You're known for your defense, Dru. Who's the toughest guy you ever guarded?
Man, I would say toughest guy to guard right now has to be Shea. Um,
Wow.
just
Why so?
I think just one, I think he's very efficient just with the way he moves. He doesn't necessarily have to do a lot to get to his spots. And then also, I mean, it's just the way the game is called. It's you can't be too physical. And credit to him, I think it's a skill to be able to draw fouls in that way and just, to you guys have to play over aggressive to try to get a stop. And, the second that you step over that line, then he makes you pay for it as well. So I think just trying to find that balance guarding him is tough.
I know you're not like a super duper big social media guy, but the internet tries to go at him with the foul baiting thing. But my thing is like it's part of the game. Like you should try and
Yeah.
play to the where your advantages are.
Yeah. I mean, if they're going to blow the whistle for you and you get free throws, like foul baiting, and, some guys do it, I think, to the rake throughs and all that. Some of them are crazy, but I mean, it's the way the game's being called. So you can't really do anything about it.
What makes Bo different?
I think more than anything, just how intricate he gets with all the details. I think obviously I haven't been to many places, haven't played for too many other coaches in the NBA, but I just feel like whether we win the game, whether what it looks, I don't you can't always know exactly what it's going to look like after the game or even when we get out there, but we're very prepared for every game. We have a good understanding of what we're wanting to do going in. And I would say just more than anything, he's very detail oriented, and I think that really helps us.
There was a lot of buzz around the Miami Heat offense, especially earlier this season. I know that Bam went on TV and kind of explained the offense, but how would you explain the Miami Heat offense? Because everybody was enamored by less pick and rolls. That was a big talking point. True.
Yeah, yeah. That was a big deal early in the season. I think everybody was just up in arms about the fact that we weren't really setting very many pick and rolls. But at the end of the day, it's really you're just playing off of each other. There's certain principles, certain rules that you try to adhere to, try to keep your spacing, that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just trying to create an advantage. And I actually saw Steve Kerr talking about this the other day too. Like you're just trying to create an advantage and then play out of closeouts after that. Because I mean, with all these guys in the league, if you can get anybody in a closeout, even if it's just a short little 2-3 foot closeout, it's just a much harder thing to guard than if you allow the defenses, you call up a pick and roll and you let everybody get set.
Was it? Yeah. Was it an adjustment for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so, and I'd say still is an adjustment sometimes. It's just you just get so you're just at such a rhythm of playing in a pick and roll or throwing, chasing, getting a handoff, those kind of things. So it was definitely an adjustment. I think an adjustment for all of us. But the more the season has gone on, the more that everybody is kind of getting used to it. And we still get stagnant at sometimes, and that's the one thing that's a little bit different is if you're not all working together, then it's a little bit tougher. You can't, defenses are able to load up because it if we're not moving, it can turn into a little bit more of isolation basketball.
How real is Heat culture? Are they testing your body fat every other day? What's going on over there, man? Is that a real
Uh,
thing?
the body fat thing, there's no lies there. They don't no, not every other day, but they still check us. But honestly, I appreciate it. I think it holds us accountable. Overall, I think now Heat culture has gotten blown up in the media and turned into a little bit more of a marketing campaign at this point. But originally, I think it was just really what these guys were living by here. And it's cool that we still have a lot of guys on staff and coaches that have been here for years and years. So it's definitely something that's still ingrained in everybody here in this organization, and something that we still try to buy into as players.
Who are the top three NBA players to ever live?
To ever live, wow, I would say Michael Jordan and LeBron for sure. And that third one, I think you can make an argument for a lot of guys. Man, the third one, I would maybe say Kobe, but that's just being a big fan. I think at that point, I think that the top two are, I think everybody would probably agree, maybe not, but that third one, I think you can argue a lot of guys in that spot.
Greatest point guard ever?
Greatest point guard ever. I don't know. It just depends on what we're considering a point guard. I would probably say Steph.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. So I get into this debate all the time. I don't think Steph's a point guard, Drew. I don't think
Yeah,
Steph's a point guard.
that's
I
that's
think
what I'm
Draymond
saying. If
initiated a lot of the offense. He played off ball a lot.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know,
I
Drew.
agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, but that would still be my answer, label wise at least.
Who'd you model your game? Yeah, who'd you model your game after growing up, or was there anybody? Maybe you were just like you looked internally. You were like, I just want to play like Drew, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily too much. I was actually a big Chris Paul fan growing up. Uh, I felt like,
Wow.
he was kind of a true point guard. Um, and early in his career, I thought he was a good defender as well and that kind of thing. But I wouldn't say necessarily modeled my game that's after him. I think everybody's skill set is just so different. It's just, it's so hard to do that.
Yeah, I mean that kind of takes this conversation full circle because CP3 is one of the last like true point guards who's a star. It feels like the true point guards now are more role players if in a niche,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah.
like the last true star point guard.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of crazy how he exited in LA. But yeah, I think like you said, now if you're a true point guard, you're definitely seems like you're going to be more of a role player, which is not a bad thing, not a knock on anybody. It's just that's just kind of how the game I think has shifted.
If the whole NBA played a one-on-one contest, who would
hmm
win?
Who would win? I would say that's tough. I would say maybe Ant. Think he
Wow.
I think Anthony Edwards maybe because I think he can also defend at he scores obviously very easily, but he can also defend at a very high level when he wants to.
What's it like guarding Ant-Man?
It's tough. He's strong. He can he's a three-level scorer, which all the top guys are in the league, but he's definitely tough to guard. And now the way that he shoots the three, you just have to respect every part of his game.
Yeah, I mean, he's a crazy combination of skill and athleticism. Probably one of the
Yeah,
craziest we've seen in a long time.
yeah, gotta be up there with one of the craziest.
So, Drew, man, we're about to get out here in a second. After the recording, I need you to stay on because we got to get that uploaded. So don't
Okay,
head right
yeah.
off. But I do want to ask you this. You once said, or you talked about, I don't know whether you were in high school or college. Oh, I guess high school. When you were in high school, that you didn't even know if you were going to be a Division I basketball player. Does this all feel like icing on the cake now?
It's definitely not what back then. Definitely not what I expected to be doing. Going into my I think junior year of high school, I don't think I had any offers or anything like that. So yeah, I didn't know exactly what it was going to look like. I started at the University of Evansville. Really, from there, had no plans of going to the NBA or playing basketball even necessarily after college. And then just kind of as I transferred, it just all became a little bit more serious, more attainable. And then yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be here. Obviously, want to continue to take advantage of any opportunity that comes my way. But yeah, definitely always extremely thankful that this is what I'm able to do.
What'd you want to do with yourself after college? If
I really didn't
yeah,
know. I was going to get a finance degree, and
oh,
then I mean, I got a finance degree, but I didn't know exactly. Just thought I was going to go into like wealth management or something.
well, it is good to have a finance degree and be in the NBA. I'll tell you that. That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
idea, Drew. That's a good
for
idea.
sure. It definitely doesn't hurt to have a little bit of understanding.
Yeah, most definitely. Drew, thanks for taking the time. You're always welcome back, bro. Thank you.
Hey, for sure, appreciate it. And it's nice to meet you too, man.